Charlemagne is already making excuses for Dr. Umar. He does not believe he's a scammer.
Dr. Umar went and now is trying to get women to date him for $500 dinner with Umar, and you never even talked about it, Charlemagne.
You know why? Because when I first saw the video, I thought it was AI.
Activities.
I didn't know.
Oh, no, it's real.
Okay, I see that. What y'all want me to do, though?
Apologize.
Apologize for what?
I don't know.
No, talk about it. You never talked about it.
Well, you know why? Because Dr. Umar is supposed to be on Breakfast Club soon. So, you know, I kind of wanted to talk about it with him. I saw that. I see that the school might be going up for auction because he's behind on some bills and some stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot to talk to Dr. Umar about. But if you ask my opinion, I've already said it. I don't think Dr. Umar was scamming anybody. I just think Dr. Umar, wasn't on top of his business. And I think that sometimes when you're taking on the task of opening up something like, your own school, it takes a village to do something like that.
A lot of money.
And a lot of money. And I don't know if he actually, had that village around him,
What up, where's your boy Charles Brown back? You can talk it facts to that like button, hit the subscribe, hit notification bell, keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I made a video a few days ago, maybe a week or so ago, that Charlemagne is almost complicit in this Dr. Umar situation because he has platformed Dr. Umar for at least 10 years. I also said in the video that he was on his show with Andrew Schultz, I believe it's called The Brilliant Idiots, and he was given a quick synopsis of what was going on because apparently he didn't know what's going on with this Umar situation. So they showed him a clip. I put it in my video, and at the end of the clip, he immediately started to make excuses for Umar's behavior, and he started to rationalize that Umar maybe has just been a little bad with money. Fast forward. That guy's had to be 5, 6, 7 days ago. Charlemagne has had more than enough time to deduce the situation and to get more information on what's going on with Dr. Umar. He was on the Breakfast Club today, and a caller brought up Dr. Umar and gave him the donkey of the day, along with Charlemagne. And Charlemagne immediately launched into excuses for Dr. Umar and surprisingly said that Dr. Umar is scheduled to be back on the Breakfast Club real soon. And he's going to ask him a few questions. Gang, I'm going to let you know that this is insane to me. But I'm also going to let you know that Charlemagne is going to softball this guy again. Charlemagne has bought into Dr. Umar hook, line, and sinker. And I want to have a conversation because Charlemagne, Dr. Umar owes at least $75,000 in taxes, and they're about to take those two buildings, those two dilapidated buildings that he's had for almost, I want to say, a decade or more, and they're still not ready to be open. They're nowhere near with all the money he's raised. He's raised allegedly, on record, they got 1.6, but I've heard as much as $2 million for these two dilapidated buildings that he bought in Delaware, and he can't pay a $75,000 fee on the buildings that the city's about to take. He's telling us that the city wants to sneakily take the buildings from him. The city has been, they don't want him there. The city of Delaware has never wanted him there, even though he's been over a decade with these two buildings, right? He's had almost a decade to refurbish and get these two buildings open, but they aren't even close. He doesn't have a staff. He doesn't have any oversight on the money that comes in. It just comes into his account, allegedly, and he just does whatever he wants to do with it. And now he's telling us his accounts are frozen and he can't pay the $75,000 fee, which these fees don't just pop up out of nowhere. He's like, the state didn't want him to know. They haven't notified him. He hasn't notified you by email. He hasn't notified you by phone. He hasn't. They only stuck a taped. They took a document of eviction or whatever, right, and put it in a low income neighborhood so that someone could walk up and snatch it off the door. Well, they do that, Umar. They put the shit on your door. He said that they put it in a low-income neighborhood and someone from the neighborhood snatched it off the door and gave it to the struggle streamers. Right at the same time, his accounts magically were frozen because there was some instance of fraud that the bank called him and said someone was fraudulently trying to go into his account. So they froze the account and he hasn't had access to it for at least 2, maybe 3 weeks, gang. Let's talk about it. I've had people in my comments that said, Charles, I've been working in banks for years. I've been working in fraud for years. And the one thing I know is that when they freeze your account for the fraud, they believe that it's fraud, they will give you a new account number and put your money in there within a day. They won't have it where you can access your money for weeks. So right there, Dr. Umar is lying. He's a fraud and a scammer. He could have been had access to his money, but Dr. Umar went online and started begging people to send him his PayPal account, right? Dr. Umar, the philosopher, or whatever it is, for psychologist, whatever, at .me, PayPal, . He asked people to send him money to either that PayPal or his Apple Pay, because for the first time in his life, he's asking for money directly from his supporters. He's never asked before, and this is the first time he doesn't have access to liquid. I've been at this bank since I was 14 years old, and this is the first bank I've ever used, and they've never shut me out. So now he's shut out of this bank, and he needs people to start sending him money, which I'm sure some of you sent him a lot of money. You still believe this guy as much as Charlemagne does, who immediately said when he saw that video of Dr. Umar asking for money, he said, I think that Dr. Umar is just bad with his money. He's not a scammer. What's the fucking difference? If I give him money and he blows it, that sounds like either way he did something with my money, right? He embezzled my money one way or the other. But Charlemagne wants to dumb this down and make it like he's not a scammer. He's never had any ill will. Charlemagne has drunk this Kool-Aid, and when this guy goes on the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne gonna lob him one soft question and let this guy go, just like he always does. Dr. Umar has been on the Breakfast Club 5 times in 10 years. He's asked for donations on every single episode. Charlemagne has patted him on the back and said, good work with that school, brother. Charlemagne is one of these people who really believes Dr. Umar means what he says. He thinks that Dr. Umar is trying to save the kids, and he thinks that Dr. Umar is an honorable person, none of which is true. Dr. Umar has just started a new scam, a new hustle, after he had already done the scam for $100 date with Dr. Umar. He already pulled this scam a few months or years ago. A while back, he pulled the scam where the woman could put up $100 and all the women would put up $100. One woman would win, right? It's been documented already. People already have the video footage of it. So women put the $100 in, and out of nowhere, for some reason, the whole contest was thwarted for whatever he didn't explain. He just never took the winner on a date. He collected all these $100 bills from these women, never took. I don't know, these women think this guy's sexy or something, gang. I don't know what's going on with Dr. Umar, but he feels like you women really want to feel the body, gang. I don't know what is happening, but Dr. Umar has already ran this hustle, $100 on a date. He ended up coming back, addressing it when people started asking him. He said that it's not going to be a date. It's going to be a reality show. There's actual footage. I'm not digging the footage up. I'm not wasting no more time on Dr. Umar. I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's all out there for you to find. So he went and put the $100 things. Now it's going to be a reality show where women are going to compete on the reality show. Reality show never happened. I said immediately, I would have just took the one woman on the date with the freaking $100 that I got. He got a couple $100, so he got a couple thousand probably. Just take her on a date, take her to cheesecake and get it over with. No, he wants to make it bigger than it is. Can't be just a date, cheesecake. Now I got to be a daggone reality show, right? So here we are. Dr. Umar is already putting his foot in his mouth. He never did the reality show. So now he's decided that didn't make enough money, or now I'm in a real bind. Now he's doing $500 date with Dr. Umar. He's saying that if you donate $500 to the school, now here we are mixing the school with dating and women and already bad business. But he's mixing. He said if you donate $500 to the Frederick Douglass, the Marcus Garvey School for Boys, Frederick Douglass, FDMG Academy, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School for Young Boys, Black boys, right? If you donate $500, you automatically get a date, regardless of how many of these things he get. This let you know he doing real bad. If you get 30 $500 donations, you're going on 30 dates, gang. It really don't cost that much. If you're gonna really go to Chick-fil-A or something, like, listen, if I give you $500, I can take 100 of that and give you and go on a date with you. So right now, hand over fist. First of all, none of that money is going to the Marcus Garvey School. How much do you think he can give you? That's misappropriation of all kind of funds. That's a donation, a $500 donation. So you think he's going to take money from that donation and take this girl on a date, which is because he's claiming he has no money, gang. Like, make it make sense. He's claiming I have no access to money. So what money are you using for this date? Or he's going to make you pay, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised you get there, girl, And this guy goes and orders whatever, a rack of lamb, whatever he's going to get. At the end of the thing, he's looking around, wiping his mouth, like waiting on you to pull out your card. So the only way this works, without him going to jail, because he's telling you it's a donation. So he's telling you, you donate to the school, which is nonprofit or what have you. I'm sure he has some paperwork where they said he never filed for the paperwork. This is how we know it's a scam. But at the end of the day, he's supposed to be getting a donation for the school. If he gives you $500 for the school and he touches that money in any kind of way and takes you on a date, he just misappropriated funds. So he obviously going to need you to pay for the meal too, sis. So at the end of the day, he has another scam, which is obvious. They told Charlemagne, the caller called in, told Charlemagne this scandal. She said, you're getting dunked today because of this $500 scandal. He's like, what $500 scandal? What scam you talking about? She tells him that he's offering $500 for a date. He's going to take you on a date. He's selling his body once again. Charlemagne goes and makes a whole nother excuse. Once again, he just needs help with his finances. He's not saying the bigger picture. Gang, this is a dude that's running out of scams. The scams are running on fumes. Now he's hustling ladies out of their hard-earned money. Ladies working overtime. Dr. Umar's talking about, give me $500. Do y'all know that Dr. Umar's plan when he gets this school up and running is that the moms of these kids are going to have to pay $500 a month just to be in the school? After all these donations, when you enroll your young black child into the Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, whatever, reverse that. When you enroll your kid into there, you're still going to be paying every month to have them there. This is the biggest scam I've ever seen. But somehow Charlemagne wants you to believe that Dr. Umar just needs some help. He just needs a little more money. Charlemagne's going to have this guy on the Breakfast Club telling people this guy just needs a little more money. I told you, I already raised up to $2 million. He has not a penny left. He has all kind of sketchy situations. His family don't like him. The ex-girlfriends, that's the quote-unquote throat goat. She's all in his business, telling everything. This guy's about to get the school snatched, but Charlemagne is willfully ignorant, telling you, he's just a little bad with his money. Help him out. If Charlemagne's saying anything other than, I'll pay for the shit. If Charlemagne don't pay for them damn schools, for him to keep them schools, he's a fraud right with him. Let's just be honest. You believe in him so much, you so strongly believe that he's just bad with his money, then say, here's a check. I'm going to make it out to the state of Delaware. 75 grand. Charlemagne got that easy. Tell Charlemagne to pay that so he can keep them schools, right? And then when his accounts get unfrozen, apparently the Charlemagne thinks just all he's got to get is his accounts unfrozen, right? Once the account gets unfrozen, we back in business. It's no more around left on this planet. Believe, well, it might be a couple of y'all. It's nobody else should be believing that this guy has any money for these schools. No one should be believing that these schools are going to open at all. I said this 3-4 years ago. I said, if these schools open, go in my comments and flame me. Well, ain't nobody flame me yet. I've been talking about this guy 4 or 5 years. I've been saying he's a scammer for 4 or 5 years. Everybody just starting to come along. And the reason they starting to come along, ironically, is because he tried to ask people for money on PayPal. When he said his accounts were frozen, he lost a good 75% of people that were like, what, bro? Because believe it or not, people are still buying into him. I wasn't buying into him, but people are still buying into him, still believing that he was still really legitimately trying to make these schools work. He's not. He's cooked. The money's gone. Charlemagne doesn't care one way or another because Charlemagne knows when Umar sets foot on that Breakfast Club, 5 million, 6 million views. It's going to do dumb numbers. They're going to clip it up, make more clips, more shorts, and more this, that, and the third. He already knows the zeitgeist going to be going crazy. Everybody and their mama going to be watching that damn episode. Ain't no way in the world Charlemagne is not going to have him on there. And on top of that, he ain't going to piss him off. He going to ask him a couple of questions. I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. He going to ask him a couple of questions about it. Dr. Umar, what do you got to say to the people? He's not going to make it like he's saying it. He's going to make it like people are saying it. Random people are saying, Dr. Umar, they got questions. He going to let him run. This guy going to either blow it off and blame it on the struggle streamers, or he's going to be like, he's going to have a whole long-winded bellow thing about Delaware's racist. And he's trying to take them school. He tried to start a boycott. He tried to start they were going to do a protest. And he wanted people to take off work, come down and protest the city. Nobody's protesting that city with you except for fools. If you pick up your damn kids from school and head on to that protest, you are outright fool. I'm just going to keep it a buck right now. You go down to that damn city and try to walk them streets in the name of this guy, you a freaking fool. This guy's ran out of steam. This hustle is over. He'd be lucky if he don't go to jail. Do not feed into this. He gonna try to say they racist. They didn't want. They left you alone for almost 10 years. So I don't know how they didn't want you there. They got a white racist guy saying he gonna buy the building and turn it into a big ass toilet. He said he gonna buy the building, knock the schools down, and have a black sculptor build a toilet on top of him. That's what this has come to. And I don't care one way or another what he does. The city ain't gonna let him do that, but that's what he's talking. He's tongue-in-cheek, he's joking. But the fact that he can joke like that, is I don't care one way or another, because I feel like Dr. Umar deserves whatever he gets. Dr. Umar is a scammer. And Charlemagne is aiding and abetting the scam. He's willfully ignorant, or he's playing ignorant so he don't get tapped into this lawsuit. Because sooner or later, the civil lawsuits are coming. There's going to be a class action suit against this man. I'm just going to be honest. If enough of these people start saying, where's my money? Which is going to be hard to prove, because I'm guaranteeing most of them ain't got no receipts. Because a lot of people gave this guy straight cash. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of people, he got him in Delaware and Philly, wherever he's at, giving him money out their purse. So a lot of that not going to be traceable. And he knows that. But there are a couple of cash donations, quite a couple thousand that did get him on PayPal, this, that, and the third. They're going to go back to May of whatever year, and they're going to say, well, I did give him this one. Last thing he want on earth is all them damn things to start getting added up. And to you people that think that he's being held back because he's black, it's not that. Trust me. He's had more support because of he's black than if he wasn't. Just going to be honest. So no, Umar is not being treated unfairly. This is not an act of racism. Umar is a scammer, a grifter, and a bum. And this whole thing about, oh, they put the notice on the door in the low income neighborhood. Well, that's what they do. They put the notice on the door in low income neighborhoods. Where else they supposed to put it? Second of all, everybody in that low income neighborhood knows how it is when they trying to collect the bill. They're gonna call you. They're gonna email you. They might even text your ass, and they're going to stick something on the door. So you're right there trying to tell people of a low income that nobody called you, nobody emailed you. They don't believe that. No one believes that. Because when them people trying to get their money, hey, they ain't doing nothing but calling and emailing and putting shit on the door. That ain't the first time they put something on that door. So Dr. Umar thinks you're dumb. And he thinks you're stupid. And Charlemagne don't have the time or the desire to even look into it and give a shit about none of it. Because he makes too much money off Dr. Umar. He doesn't need to get involved and sully his hands knowing anything that resembles the truth. Why would he care about that? Not to mention Charlemagne low-key one of these backwoods niggas that want to believe that this guy is doing all this extra ultra black. And he thinks that by some roundabout way of extension, he's helping black people by putting Umar on. So he don't care one way or the other what's going on. He gonna sit up there and eat whatever's in his bowl and smacking on whatever drink he's smacking on while he's working, do the dunk of the day, get the hell out, go home. He don't care one way or another what Umar really doing here. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Listen, Umar's a scammer and Charlemagne is aiding and abetting. Charlemagne is making excuses and he's gonna bring him back to the Breakfast Club to make more excuses. And I'm gonna be goddamn, I promise you, this guy at the end of that Breakfast Club interview is going to be giving you the place to send more donations. It's going to be a travesty. Now, the comments going to look a little different because most of the time, them other 5 times he went up there, they were like, oh, my God, Dr. Umar, we love you. We're supporting you, da-da-da. These comments going to look a little bit different. Their little comedy racers or the leaders going to be working super overtime on this one. I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you, gang. I swear, man, I can't believe this shit. I just don't know, man. I don't understand. Every Wednesday night we go live. We probably will discuss this. We go live on the What Show, me, TJ, and Fliz. I'm out, man. CLBMG, man. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh,